guys, we're the Escbeat team, and today we're gonna talk about Eurovision 2023 entries. Let's get started.
Let's get started.
This time will be all about Denmark. The country has chosen an artist and a song via their Dansk Melodi Grand Prix 2023. Eight artists competed in the national selection, and the winner is Reiley with Breaking My Heart. So, which story will it be for us? A broken heart or a lovely one? And let's start with Vani, please.
Well, the Danish selection was weird to begin with. The results were weird, in my opinion, actually. Because there was a song in that selection, I Was Gonna Marry Him, that I absolutely was attached to. One of my favorite songs of the entire season, if you ask me. However, I never saw it get into the top 3, and I was really surprised about this. However, I knew the next one would be Reiley. I knew either them or he would represent Denmark. He came to represent them. About the song now. I don't know. I don't like it at all. I'm sorry about this because it sounds too artificial and too childish for me. It seems like a song which is made for a DIY TikTok tutorial for me. I don't know. I have to admit it's a bit catchy, but it's just that. It goes nowhere. It's a simple. I could imagine it on an advertisement for something. I don't know. More than for Eurovision. Also, his vocal performance in the Danish Melodi Grand Prix was not good. He was really carried by the autotune, I think, or the backing vocalists. In my opinion, this is a bad entry. I'm sorry. That's another bad year for Denmark because they have fallen so much in Eurovision, and that's very sad for me.
Moving the mic to Nir, please.
If we can go back to the start, let me say it's very slow entry, not really developing, and basically based on a lot of autotunes. So, you know, if it's like the UK top 40 or whatever, then you can have it in the flow. But once we're talking about bringing it to the stage in live performance, it doesn't sound the same. Something there is missing, and it looks very hard for me to see this one qualifies or stand out, especially when it's opening the show and it's pretty weak for the opening of the show. I don't know. I really feel sad for Denmark this year. I felt like they can do better, and usually I expect them to do better. But unfortunately, I'm not connecting with the song that much. I think Yanni said it correctly. That is maybe the younger generation. They're more affiliate with this auto-tune stuff. For me, it just sounds like plastic. And I don't know. I don't feel connected with it. Sorry.
Well, first of all, I must say that the Danish broadcaster has, told us that Dansk Melodi Grand Prix this year gonna be very strong, a strong lineup, a diverse lineup, and I didn't feel it. I'm sorry. For me, once again, Denmark just missed up the opportunity or the mission to hold, a decent. I wouldn't say best, but a decent national selection. It wasn't. I Was Gonna Marry Him could have done much better, by the way. So I totally agree with you. But about Reiley, because it's all about him. And I don't know. I think that there is something in you that was a little bit ruined in Eurovision, or don't want to say ruined, but something that goes not in the good direction. it's everything that happened relatively after the COVID. So after the COVID, the delegation were welcome to submit songs that are mostly, with all the vocal effects, etc. Like, the backing vocalist shouldn't be on stage and so on. And it was kept post the COVID nowadays. And I think this is a reason why we can get such songs like this one that maybe has its own right of being successful in any market as a studio, but in live performance, it just doesn't work. I want to do a comparison, if may I please. Let's say Greece last year, Amanda Tenfior, she also used the same effect of vocoder, but first of all, she has done it only in the first part of the song, not like half of the song. And second of all, while the live performance, she has singed the fully alone. So it was good enough. And I trusted her to deliver, and she delivered, if you ask me. But really, it's not the case. I mean, I respect him. He's a young artist, even looks younger than he is. And he has a lot of fans, especially in the Asian market. But for me, I felt like even before it started, it was clear to me that the Danish broadcaster want him to win, with all the scenario that maybe would get disqualified because he performed the songs before the deadline and so on. And I don't know, the chorus is really weak for me. It's like a machine do it, or robot, not a human. And I like processed effects, don't get me wrong, but this one has gone too much, too far, and his vocals are questionable for me. So I think he can be a good musician, and he is behind the scenes and in the studio and so on. But in live performance, having that kind of song, not in general, but this kind of song, it just mismatch. And for me, it's a disappointment, I must say. I'm sorry. George, please.
I have to agree with you. The live performance makes me, of the team TP, of course, makes me think that he has no chance to perform well live at Liverpool. The vocoder thing through almost all of the song, it's a bit weird, but it's something you haven't seen in Eurovision Song Contest yet, so we don't know how the viewers will see it. But at a studio version, it's a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. Not that it's not great, of course, but it's that guilty pleasure that it's a bit stuck in your head. And that tune that says the breaking my heart part. I can see it qualify though because he's pretty popular on the social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram. Also, he might score very high with the rest of the world vote due to the Asian market you mentioned. He's bringing a bit of K-pop, electronic pop, things that are popular in Japan and South Korea. So yeah, I won't be surprised with a qualification here.
Thank you. And this leads us to the next question. Do you think, guys, that Denmark will qualify this year? I would say
50.
yes, same. I mean, non-qualifier in general, but there is a chance they will qualify out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
50-50 for me. Qualify if we based it on popularity, no qualify if the live is a flop.
Yeah, also I can't tell that the Danish delegation considers that changing of concept of the live performance, like how it is staged. So I don't know what to expect, but probably it will be different if this added information change your mind somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, it should massively improve before Liverpool. Otherwise, it will be a tough one. Time to give scores. Vani.
1.
Wow.
Sorry.
George.
Sorry. This is my last.
I will put this a 6 because it's a guilty pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Near, please.
4.
For me, it's 3 actually. The song is not natural, I would say that way. I mean, I accept, of course, the use of effects, but there is one case that you can do it in once in a time, and there is other case when half of your song is like based on this effect, and this case it's the second one.
True.
So I can't. I mean, I can't give it a something that is above 5 with all the
course.
respect.
I will add that it's not only the effect. It sounds like the whole performance is very flat. There is nothing added to the vocals. I don't even. It's very hard for me even to imagine something visually that will make this one shine or stand out. And it's something there is missing. And when you feel that 3 minutes of something is missing, you get that stain, especially when it's only the beginning of the show. And this is how when you open like in a lower temperature, I don't know. I wouldn't open the show with that song. Let me say that.
Oh, definitely. It's not a good opener. I agree. Well, so Reiley with Breaking My Heart will open semifinal 2 as song number 1, of course, and he will perform just before Armenia. Let's wish good luck to Reiley and Denmark at Eurovision 2023. Guys, please subscribe to our channel right here below. Give us a like if you like our videos. We are waiting to hear from you. What do you think about the Danish song? So you're more than welcome to comment right here below. And don't forget to visit us on escbeat.com, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and basically everywhere. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.